What's up all you creative people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gunjan Daga and in today's video we're going to talk about erasers, everything that you guys should be knowing about erasers and all the kinds of erasers that I have. To those of you who've already seen my work on my Instagram profile, you guys know that I use only erasers for all of my highlights. Not that I'm saying that using a white ink or a white pen is wrong, no, I'm not saying that. It's just that this is my personal preference that I do not prefer using a white ink. I always settle for different kinds of erasers. So let's begin with the first kind of eraser, that is the most basic. You can use any kind of a normal eraser for your basic part of erasing. Now, not any specific brand. I have used DOMS also, I have used Faber-Castell also, I have used Brustro also, I have used all kinds of erasers. But yeah, I want to point out something over here. Do not use those erasers. Remember when we were in school, we had this white and blue non-dust erasers? Don't use that because somehow it leaves a very patchy effect and it does not even pick up charcoal. I don't know about graphite because I haven't worked with it, but it makes the work very messy, so I do not prefer using those kind of non-dust erasers. This is, yeah, any kind of eraser that you have, please go ahead, use it. Now, the next kind of eraser that I want to talk about are these pencil erasers. What's the role of these? They help us make highlights in smaller areas. For instance, when we are working on the eyes and we want to create the white part of the eye, that's when we always try to use this because they are super comfortable to use also. And my preferred eraser would be the Kohinoor ones. These are the white and the golden ones. These are like absolute my favorite and easily available online. I use this. I have also tried using the Derwent erasers. They usually come in a pack of 2. These are also very nice. Ye mera almost khatam ho chuka. I'm sure of buying a new pack also. Now there was one eraser which I tried and I was not very satisfied with it compared to the Kohinoor and the Derwent, is this Staedtler. You guys must be using it. I have also used it for a pretty long time, but somehow in comparison to these two, it did not give me a super nice white highlight. So I might not buy another one if this is over. So this is my least preferred. I'm not saying it's bad, it's good, but in comparison to these, I would advise Kohinoor. It's like the best. You can easily sharpen it. It's just that it does not give you absolute pointed nib. None of these erasers actually give you the pointed nib. For the pointed, we have another set of erasers that I will be talking about. So yeah, this is what the pencil eraser is all about. For the pointed edge, and for absolute fine strokes, may that be the hair texture or the fur texture, when we want to create absolute white thin strokes, that's where this eraser steps in. This is like magic and it's a must have in all of your kits. Even if you're a beginner, you should be having this. This is Tombow Mono Zero eraser. Now Mono Zero comes in different kinds of sizes. This is the round, this is the thinnest one. This is something that I always prefer. I also bought these rectangular refills, the rectangular piece that they have, but somehow nothing different about this eraser, nothing very special thing that it does. Even if someday I don't have this in my kit, it's okay, I won't miss this. So if you want to buy, go for this one. It solves all your purpose. You can easily use a paper knife to chop off the edge and you get a super fine edge, and then you can make all your fine details with this. So this is a must have. Now I had it so happened once that I was working on a commission work and my refill got over. I did not have any substitute for making the thin strokes of hair, so I bought these local ones and trust me, it worked wonderfully well. So do not underestimate the performance of these local ones also. It worked absolutely fine for me. I had also bought these different kinds of more erasers. This one is the Derwent eraser that I had bought. I'm not buying the refills again. ये खत्म हो चुका है, but I don't intend to buy it again because एकदम सेपरेट कोई इसका रोल नहीं मुझे दिखा मेरे काम में. So I might not make another buy for this. These you must have seen these on Amazon also. It's good for erasing, and if you want to work for the thinner strokes, you can use a cutter. You can chop the edge off and you get a sharp edge. So yeah, all this is good, but if you ask me one eraser that I would want to advise you, go for Tombow. And the refill pack of Tombow, it looks so cute. It comes in this white transparent cover and all of it. It's really nice. It's pretty cool. And okay, there was one more that I had purchased. This one is the General's Factors BM2. This eraser is also pretty nice. It works pretty much like Tombow, but again, Tombow above all. So yeah, these are the kind of erasers that I have, and I keep switching them according to what kind of a work am I doing, but a Tombow will always have a place in my kit, just like Kohinoor would. Okay, now the next kind of eraser I want to talk about are these kneaded eraser, a must have for all of us who are into graphite, charcoal, dry media kind of stuff. Now, a very fascinating thing about kneaded erasers are that they get easily molded. I have used 3 brands. I have used Cretacolor, Brustro and Faber-Castell. Somehow, I do not know if you guys also observed the same performance, but somehow when I used Faber-Castell, it was pretty hard. I mean, it was not something that I could easily mold, so I didn't like it pretty much. I did not make another buy for that. I'm very happy with the Cretacolor and with the Brustro. It's not extremely sticky also, it's not very hard also, just perfect to work with. You can mold it in any shape, and you use the tip to take off the excess of charcoal or graphite without leaving behind excess of fine stroke on your paper, fine stroke of the eraser. Now, when you use the kneaded eraser, always pull out a small part of it. Do not use the entire pack itself. And yeah, this is pretty cool. You should have this in your kit. But yeah, one more thing, be careful when you use this. Do not apply a lot of pressure when you're working with this on your paper, otherwise it will leave the paper very sticky and you don't want to hamper your sketch. So just be careful when you use this. Okay, now the last kind of eraser that I want to talk about, all the beginners, listen to me very carefully. These are the battery erasers that I have. I have used Derwent and Brustro. Super happy with both of these. They work absolutely the same manner, and both of them are wonderful. They work with battery, and it has this button kind of a thing. I've also used the local ones that you find on Amazon, all those colorful ones. That is also very nice, but the only drawback is that the refill is so tiny that we have to keep switching it very often, and it's a very tedious task. So it comes like this, and you have this this holder for the eraser refill, and it's super comfortable to use also. When you talk about my preferred, I would say Brustro, because it's lighter, but again, if I do not have Brustro around me, I use the Derwent ones also. Both of them are like super awesome, and you get the refills easily available on Amazon also. This is the Derwent refill, this is the Brustro refill, but you can't use it on either of them. It's like one for one brand. Okay, now a very interesting thing that I came across, I actually heard someone saying on this platform itself, I don't want to mention the name, that these colorful things are also erasers. Now the Brustro battery eraser, when you buy it, it clearly says that it's a multi-purpose tool. We have spoken about everything that we want to know when it comes to erasing, but it is a tool that can be used by other kind of artworks also. If somebody is into sculptures, somebody is into nail art, they can also use this tool. It's just that these colorful things are not erasers, these are holders. You use this to put in the tool that they want to use, and then this functions. So please do not be in that perception that these are colorful erasers. The white ones, we use it for our pencil work, the gray ones are used for ink maybe, but yeah, please do not get confused. These are not colorful erasers. And for the beginners, I want to advise one thing: do not rely on this eraser for all of your white highlights, because this is used only when you have to create the absolute white highlight. May that be the shine on the jewelry or the shine on the water drop or something. So do not rely on this and start using this wherever you want to. No, it doesn't happen like that. That's the reason I always recommend this only to people who've come to the intermediate level or the advanced level, because beginners tend to get very fascinated by this and then they use this everywhere. So just take my advice, do not use this everywhere and then you will spoil your sketch. Now a few of you had also asked me that they are not being able to get the maximum white highlight with this. It could happen so if you are applying a lot of layer. For instance, if you've applied like 7-8 layers of charcoal or graphite, and then when you use this, you might not have the most white highlight compared to when you have only 3 layers or 4 layers of charcoal, जितना उस टाइम ये white highlight आपको मिलेगा, हो सकता है उतना 7-8 layers में नहीं मिले. So it's all about the layering also. And always make sure that you sharpen these nibs. You can use a sandpaper and you can make these pointed edges. So both of them are super amazing. Before, I mean, if you are absolute beginner to these, before attempting this on your final sketch, just to, you know, just try few strokes on your rough paper, because this actually shakes. So you need to have that balance in your hand. So get used to it before using it on your final sketch. So this is all that I actually wanted to share about all the kinds of erasers. If there is some other eraser that you use and you want me to also use it, please do share your knowledge with me. I'd love to use them. And thank you so much for watching this video. In case you found this useful, do let me know in the comment section, and also let me know what is the next video that you guys would want me to discuss about. And thank you so much for watching.